Last Saturday, the Virginia Cavaliers fell in an overtime heartbreaker, 29-26 to Miami. I'm Aidan Ballard, joined with William Smythe, and here are our takeaways from the game. William, you were at Hard Rock Stadium. What are your takeaways from the game?
Well, first of all, compared to last segment, talked about Tyler Van Dyke, Miami's quarterback, who was coming back from an injury after suffering one against North Carolina 2 weeks ago. He did not play well against Virginia, and credit to the secondary for making things hard on the senior quarterback. 163 yards, 2 interceptions, kept the Cavaliers in the game at times with some questionable throws. Did not play up to his billing.
Yeah, no, he did not. And on the offensive side, Virginia continued to run the ball well, 138 yards on the ground. That's the second most Miami's allowed this season. And Mike Collins now has 5 touchdowns in his last 2 games. Virginia's been running the ball well, and it's been keeping them in games.
So there were questions surrounding Mario Cristobal, Miami's coach, his ability to call a good game, and he did not disappoint against UVA. As mentioned before, Miami struggled to get the ball moving through the air, should have stuck with their run game as it worked out in overtime, but some questionable decisions by Cristobal in the first half and throughout the game.
And on top of that, this is Virginia's now 4th loss this season while leading by double digits. Virginia needs to be able to close these games out. Against Miami, they should have won. Against Maryland, they were leading by double digits. Against JMU, they need to be able to close out games.
Moving on to the positives, another strong week from transfer wide receiver Malik Washington, 3rd in the country in receiving yards, 12 catches for 152 yards against Miami. This guy has been tremendous, been surpassed all expectations for Virginia football this season. It's just been a very consistent presence for Tony Muskett and continues to thrive in the Virginia offense.
Another positive for Virginia, they weren't penalized once. It's their first game not being penalized since 2016 against Richmond. Huge positive for Virginia. If they can keep playing clean football, it'll certainly help them down the stretch. It'll help them next week and against Georgia Tech back at home as the Cavaliers look to bounce back. I'm Aidan Ballard, joined by William Smythe, WUVA.